Welcome.
What?
What did you do?
Don't even
up already?
Probably.
It's like old times.
I've been doing it this whole time though, and I was doing it so well.
Should we do it again?
Yeah, let me do.
Okay.
Let me do it again.
I'm still texting.
Okay, you do your thing.
Okay.
Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead.
If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
Well, I'm Amy with a Y.
I'm Amy with an I.
And we're just two blueberries floating in a bowl of very echoey tomato soup. Because this is the first time I've been on the podcast in quite some time.
It's been like a year. I'm super mad at you.
As it turns out, when you get a whole bunch of new technology that you haven't used to podcast yet, you're going to run into a few glitches. And one of those is that I got a new MacBook Air, and they do not have ports for anything at all. So I could not plug in my headphones to the laptop, which means that I had to plug in my headphones to my old iPhone to listen. So I'm listening to Amy through my phone, through the headphones, but I'm talking through the microphone and looking at the laptop. So I'm hearing a really nasty echo of myself. It's obnoxious and distracting, but I'm going to power through because I'm a professional. So, and I'm texting at the same time. I have to text a man.
So the thing is, wait, what am I sending him? Yikes.
God, I forgot why this show is so good. It's because we text the whole time.
Stop.
Texting boys.
I have some grievances to air with you. I have some beef to pound.
Feel free. You and everybody else. So.
No, actually not. It's just, I've just missed you. And I kept trying to do the show, and I really wanted to keep the show going, but it's not the same chemistry or magic, even though Ocean and Aaron are fucking amazing and great humans, and I have great chemistry and great rapport. I've described you as my comedic soulmate because you do this thing and you know you're doing it, and I do it to you too, where we'll set each other up and then just take a step back because we're like, it's gonna happen, and then we watch it happen and we're like, she's a bitch. I don't know. It's just I don't know what's happening there.
Well, and I think that's from the beginning that was why we did the show. We met online, had an online romance, and
nothing we said hurt each other's feelings, and both of us are like, that's not typical. Usually people are crying by now. So what the actual fuck?
I think we both got lucky and landed on somebody with this very similar sense of humor. So we're both really hard to offend most of the time. And we both understand that we're
ever actually offended me.
Working in good faith. And have I?
I don't think so.
I don't think you have either.
Have I ever offended you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Because even if we're upset at each other, I probably meant to. No, even if we're upset at each other, we just say like, dude, and I don't think I've ever actually been upset at you.
No,
either.
I don't think I have either with you. Like not genuinely.
No, I've been frustrated. Like
angry.
Usually when I'm frustrated, it's because I'm at a hotel waiting for you to show up.
It's because I was supposed to be somewhere at a certain time and I'm not. That's usually the source.
I'm actually not even upset at that either. Usually I'm just like, well, I'm just going to sit down here because I don't care about being on time either. So I'll just sit down and chill and just be like, whatever, I don't care.
I'm taking off this tiara because it's hurting my head.
I know where mine are. They're in a
I don't know where mine are. I found this one randomly in my apartment because it's one that I got recently. I don't know where the rest of them are, and I don't know where my summer shoes are. Like we moved last fall.
Summer shoes.
So I have Amy. You wouldn't understand because you live in Texas. But I have 2 different collections. I've got my winter shoes and my summer shoes.
It's 70 right now.
My winter shoes mainly consist of boots that I wear with dresses. So I have lots of knee-high boots that are cute, different colors for different dresses. But in the summer, I have a whole collection of mainly wedge heels of all different shapes and sizes. And I don't know where the fuck I put them. I thought they were at Erin's house.
Are they not?
Well, I went there the other day because now Erin's moving also out of her house. She had to buy a house.
Is she still buying? Did she find one?
She found a house to buy. So she moves in the beginning of May.
I'm really upset at her still because she didn't open the murder door for me.
Yeah, well. So yeah, I had to go take all the shit I'd been storing in her basement and bring it back here, which was a whole lot of evening gowns and clothing I don't need. And I thought my collection of summer shoes, but they weren't there. And now I'm like, it's starting to get warm out. I need my wedge heels. I can't find them. Where could they be? They're not in my storage unit. They're not in my apartment. There's not many options.
Do you not have to pay for a storage unit?
Well, as luck would have it, my family rents storage units.
That's what I'm saying. Do you just like have storage?
I get a free one for a year because my dad was very generous.
You get the divorce lady discount.
Apparently, yeah. So I get a free one until next November, and then he will 100% make me start paying for it. Just like how I'm living in this apartment, I have to pay him rent for it. So whatever. We don't need to discuss that.
Even though you work for them?
Yeah. Full time. I'll do all the, and these days I do most of the work. My mom,
I would believe that,
decided to step back, which is good. That's kind of what I wanted.
But do you get more money for that?
Yes and no. So I did actually convince them to start paying me out of their own money.
Nice.
I don't mean their own money. I mean the store money.
Right.
But my actual paycheck comes out of store money and not just my money. So that's awesome. And my mom finally agreed to let me turn it into a big vendor mall.
Oh, good.
So now I've become a rent baron and I'm starting to become greedy with rent money power.
Good.
So I've carved up the shop into bit-sized pieces and I'm renting them all out. So I've got, spots along the wall that I rent for $200 a month. Mm-hmm. And then I've actually got all these little display tables right down the middle of the store that I rent for between $25 and $125 a month, depending on the size. And I keep going through and adding up and going, oh, where could I fit another table? Where could I fit another display case? Because I'm renting 2 display cases also.
So
and then
what kind of things would you
I can rent the outside. So I'm renting the outside for $200. Just part of the outside of the building for $200 a month to somebody who makes garden art.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Right? So now I'm looking around the property going, how much
So if I make a bunch of dank pillows,
I don't care what you want to sell as long as you pay me rent.
If I actually sell anything, I don't know.
Yeah, I've managed to get a really good mix of like old school antique dealers with good antique stuff, and then younger people who sell vintage toys and like more fun stuff. Cool. And then a lot of there's actually 3 Amieys there now.
Ugh, gross.
I decided I want to assign them random names like Jennifer and Aubrey because there can only be one Amy. But
okay, but Aubrey's better than Jennifer. Jennifer's kind of like an Amy.
I should just do Jennifer and Tracy or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so far I've been calling them. I have a big question.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a baby Linda?
No.
Do they?
One of my vendors is named Linda.
Yes, I'm sure. She's probably a grown woman. Mm-hmm. That would weird me out if I met someone like now who said, "This is my daughter," and she's like 2 and she's Linda.
Yeah, but I mean, it would with any old person name, right?
Right, like Barbara, Linda, Mavis.
So fun fact for the listeners who haven't heard from me in a while.
Which is everybody, because you haven't talked in a while.
There you go. So I have a new fella.
She's been in a coma.
It's true.
I called you a full-on rapist in the last episode. I don't think you heard it.
Probably not.
Well, Aaron said you were a philanthropist. And I mispronounced the word.
I'm neither philanthropist nor rapist, so I'm going to go ahead and cut both of those rumors off.
Well, she said, I think she was talking about you and your dicks and saying you're a philanthropist. I was like, yeah, she's a full-on rapist. That's the title of the episode.
Either. I would like to just
the title of the episode is Amy is a philanthropist.
Anyway,
cut that rumor right now. It's already started. It's already gone around the world.
So back to old lady names.
Oh, sorry, old lady names.
Yeah, my new fella has a dog named Hazel.
I love that name.
And she's sleeping behind. Well, she's not sleeping now. She's sitting at attention. But she is 16 years old and has bladder cancer. So she's like 1,000,000 years old in people years or dog years or whatever. And she has bladder cancer. So she only has weeks left to live at this point. It was months, but it's been a while. And so my son, every time he's with me and Hazel's with me and we run into new people, he'll introduce her and be like, hey, you guys, this is Hazel. She doesn't have long.
Pet her hard now.
But I love how he side does it so she can't hear him, just to make sure. He's like,
so I need to come visit you with Charlotte. With my anxiety bear.
They'd probably get along like, I don't know, peas and carrots would have.
They wouldn't get along at all. They'd sit in opposite rooms and roll their eyes and ask us, why are you trying to make me talk to this stranger? Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. I flew all the way to Minnesota for this crap. Can I please go home? I'm FaceTiming my friends. This is what's going to happen. And then they're going to talk later about how much fun that trip was. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be such a good mom.
So yeah, catch up on my life.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, and so never mind.
I'm interrupting you because I'm bored.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to send a text to said fella because he needs to stop annoying me. So
what is he doing?
He's messaging me, needing things that he shouldn't need right now. Let's see.
Yeah, mine was like, oh, good, I have time to shower and stuff. Because he thinks I'm going to my hair appointment now. I'm like, no, I'm recording. He's like, well, when are you recording? I'm like, right now. That's why I sent a picture of you. And he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, life's been crazy for Amy with a Y, which is why you have not heard from me for some time.
Schmishmorse is a whole thing.
And fun fact, I'm still not fucking divorced.
It's a whole thing.
It's, as it turns out, trying to get divorced by yourself with no lawyers is more difficult than you imagine.
I represented myself. That didn't go over well.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, we agree on everything.
Right.
It's not contentious. We're not fighting over anything.
It's nice.
Just the actual logistic steps. The state of Minnesota has a wonderful website where you can go in and fill out these questionnaires. And then it takes what you said and it pops out the proper forms that you need to file, which in theory is awesome. So it's like, here's the forms you're going to need. And then you go to a different website that the state of Minnesota manages, which makes no sense to me. Just whatever.
Do you need me to help you?
Probably. Okay. So then I went to file the forms and God knows it took me like 2 months just to do all the questionnaires because I am not good at paying attention to boring ass forms online.
That's fair.
But I did it and I went to upload them and I had everything entered. But then I got to the bottom and it was like, hey, by the way, make sure that you censored out all of your private information, social security numbers, all that stuff, or you could go to jail. It said it in a different way.
Wait, what? Like, why'd you have to censor it out?
I don't. And it doesn't really explain it. And I'm like, do I have to, did they send other forms to compensate? Like, I don't understand if I'm filing the right thing now because they gave me like 8 forms. But
can't you just go and hand it to someone in person? That's what I would do.
Actually, no, because when I started the process, I'm like,
that's what I did.
E-file. You had e-file, or you could go to the courthouse.
I just went to the courthouse, but it's after COVID. I got married. I got divorced 7 years ago. It was pre-COVID. So,
but why would I go to the courthouse when there is an e-file option available and I can do it from my couch, right? So I selected e-file, got all my forms, and also got a thing that was like, by the way, if you selected e-file, now you have to e-file.
So you don't have an option anymore.
And hand them to somebody. So then I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, well, I have a friend who's a lawyer and a goat farmer. And she's cool, and we haven't hung out in a while. So I'm like, she could help me upload these. And so I messaged her, and I'm like, hey, think you could help me? And she's like, yeah, totally. I'll help you figure it out. But like I said, she runs a goat farm. And it is goat kidding season right now, meaning all of her goats are being born. So every time I try to set up a time, she's like, can't today. Another goat's being born. So I have to wait till the goats are done being born.
That's hilarious.
Meanwhile, my soon-to-be ex is like, is this divorce done yet or what? Because he's getting impatient, which I understand. And it's just, it's a whole fucking thing. So I just want it to be done, and it's taking forever. But with the new store situation, that's taking up all my time because now I've got all these new vendors I'm signing up and rearranging the store, which means I have to liquidate all of our stuff. It's so much fucking work. Plus, life dick. I gotta make time for that.
So. See, I don't do that anymore. I don't know what happened to me. Probably because I'm not so post-divorce. Because I did that. I was fucking 4 people at the same time, and I had a rotation, and I had a dick.
I mean, you go through a phase,
I had a dick rotation, and it was really, really, really fun, and I was getting laid constantly. And now I'm just, God damn it, Amy.
Are you turning back into a housewife?
Kind of.
Or is it because you're so in love?
It's ridiculous. It's so bad, Amy.
My phone was just listening to me in it.
I'm at this place where therapy has worked, and I'm like emotionally healthy, and I have meaningful conversations, and I feel fulfilled, and it's disgusting. I'm actually about to give myself a wedgie,
that is really gross.
Talking about it.
Like it.
I know. And then I have this friend who's also like emotionally mature, and we have these conversations, and I'm like, God damn it. And we have this chemistry, and fuck. So yeah, it's disgusting, and I hate it, and it's great.
Well, I am dating somebody who, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show in the past. It's possible I have. But I have always had a thing about not wanting to date anyone younger than me, even by a day. Like, I don't.
Oh, really?
My average.
I didn't know that.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, my average is 3 years older than me. Like,
everybody I'm dating is younger than me.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, my comfort zone has always been about 3 years older than me. I kind of feel that I feel comfortable, but younger than me was always a no-go. I'm like, that's disgusting. I have a brother who is 3 years younger than me.
Yeah, you
and whenever I think of boys who are younger, and I should say men, but they're still boys in my head.
They're teeny tiny baby boys.
I'm like, ew, they could be my brother's friends. That's disgusting. And it's just like there's this thing in my head.
Aren't you literally dating
connection?
I'm asking for
stealing my thunder. I'm trying to tell a story here.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to steal your thunder. I was asking because you don't talk to me anymore. You have me blocked.
Whatever. Anyway, this is your chance to hear about what I'm doing. I told you I have you blocked. But when I agree to record with you, then you can hear just like everybody else does. So anyway, so after a year of dating various people, I started seeing my current fella under interesting circumstances. But
what were they? Tell me.
Anyway, so we're talking one day after we had been seeing each other for a while. And he's like, do you grow up around here? And I'm like, yeah, I did. Class of 95. And he's like, oh, yeah, I went to school here too. Class of 99. And I'm like, okay, I knew he was a few years younger, but then I'm like, oh, I wonder if he went to school with my brother. So I told him my brother's name, and he's like, oh, hell yeah. I've been to your house before. We used to hang out and watch wrestling together all the time. I used to watch pay-per-view WrestleMania at your house.
God damn it.
And I was just like,
God damn it.
So now I had a moment at the time. I was like, it's okay, because I'm not dating this man.
That's fine. He's just a dick appointment.
We're just having some fun, you know? Fine. But yeah, then we actually got serious and started dating. And funny thing is, he has not seen my brother since high school. And we're actually going to go have dinner with him on Friday this week.
Say hi for me.
The first time they've seen each other, and he's getting really excited to make it weird for my brother.
Oh, yay. I love making it weird for you and your brother.
Yeah. He's coming up. He's trying to come up with all these ways to really make it super, super uncomfortable
Tell
for my brother.
Tell him to ask about me.
I will. Yeah. I'll ask if he's been thinking about you and if he wants me to set you guys up on a date or something. I don't.
No, just tell him that I refer to him as Hot Eric.
Have I told the Hot Eric story online?
I don't know.
I don't know. Long story short, there was another gentleman that I was seeing, also named Eric, and my brother's name is Eric. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I can't call this man Eric. That's disgusting. That's my brother's name. And again, it was somebody younger, so it was already gross. He was into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anyway. So I'm like, I got to call him something else. I workshopped a few different nicknames. I didn't like any of them. So it turned into Hot Eric. I just started calling him Hot Eric. But then Amy thought it would be hilarious to start calling my brother Hot Eric.
Not hilarious, accurate.
Now, every time she mentions my brother, she calls him Hot Eric. And it grosses
every
me
time
out.
you mention Hot Eric, I ask, oh, how's your brother doing? Say hi to your sister-in-law. How are your nieces?
The worst part is we did a side-by-side photo comparison for many of our friends. We did this at Skepticon where I'm like, okay, there's two Erics, people who don't know either of them. I'm like, which one is hotter? Because I was confident.
Oh, I know.
About which one would win.
Because you don't see them the way we do.
And I was wrong.
You were wrong. I'm sorry.
I understand that my brother is a decent looking person. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever. He hasn't aged since high school. I get why other people
my
find
brother's
him attractive.
Objectively hot too.
But
so
still,
I get it. My brother is hot, but I'm not
no Hot Eric.
But I'm not going. Yeah. No, I had friends that I've had friends that dated my brother. I had friends that slept with my brother. It was really so weird. But yeah.
I've had to try really hard to get over my discomfort with being the older woman.
Oh yeah. See, I don't care. I'm just in charge. Like I'm just in charge. So
I don't know. For me, I have this deep insecurity, especially with my current fella who is ridiculously good looking, that I always feel like I'm dating above my level a little bit. Like I'm just dating out of my league.
Nope. And he's a man, which docks 10 points.
Instantly. So yeah, despite as many times as he tells me it is not the case, I always feel just a little bit like I'm kind of an old lady.
No, you instantly dock 10 points because he's a dude. True. And then, there's always these little things like, they like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for example. That's another 10 points. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the point scale is. I just know that there's dockings.
I don't know. Current fella, he's not into any of really the nerdy stuff. Like
I like people. So it depends. If someone is really into nerdy shit, that kind of adds points because I like nerds. Like I'm a big fan. You know this. If someone is like a nerdy hermit.
Oh, you love a nerdy hermit.
Oh, with a beard?
Some nerdy hermits.
They're like, oh yeah, I haven't dated in 10 years and I'm real weird and reclusive. I am all over that. That is my soulmate.
That's your comfort zone.
He doesn't know it yet, but that's my soulmate.
Yeah, that is your wheelhouse. Yeah. You love the nerdy hermit.
I don't even know why.
I was married to one.
I've always described yours as like as sickly with cholera. I have my nerdy hermit, and you have your cholera fella.
Yeah, I do. Listen, I like a wiry guy. I can't help it. The heart wants what it wants.
He's fighting the cholera.
I like a nice wiry dude.
And it's funny. I like the big beards, and the mountain guys are like, yeah, I cut my own wood. I don't have toilet paper. I haven't left my house in 10 years. I'm like, hey, so here's my nudes.
I don't like too much muscle as a turnoff for me. I don't like the bear look. I don't like the big brawny guy. I don't want that.
I like that. I like it.
I want
I want to be able to be like picked up and thrown against the wall.
Well, I mean, I want that too. I just don't want the guy that looks like a bear to do it.
I do.
I don't want a super
I
skinny
want
guy
like
either,
literally
though.
like a legit bear. Like if it was like a legitimate bear
Come to
that was
Minnesota.
like
We have
growling.
tons of them. There's probably one walking around outside right now. No,
I'll go to your liquor store again.
I know. My current fella.
Yeah, your current fella
used to be a big gym bro guy. He's not as much anymore, but still very fit for a 42-year-old, in great shape. And he sometimes gets down on himself and is like, ugh, I'm so fat, or I weigh so much. And I'm like, dude, I have done a comparison study of similar men your age, and trust me when I tell you, you were in the best shape of all.
Similar men your age? Don't tell him that.
No, like...
You're like, look, I've been whoring around for a while.
He knows.
I know.
I know.
You're fine.
In my very scientific comparison study, I will tell you that he is in the best shape of all the 42-year-olds. Most of them have giant beer guts by this point. Their dad bods are just falling apart.
It's true.
And that's fine. Like, that's the dating pool.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with any of that.
It. No. I just don't think he understands, because he's not out there sleeping with dudes, how much better shape he's in than most of them. I'm just saying. So, yeah. He's a good looking dude.
See, and the guy I'm dating has an axe in his trunk, and he always carries a knife with him. But he coordinates with his outfits, so you know.
Yeah, no, mine doesn't really coordinate outfits, but yeah, I don't know. It's funny because in a lot of ways we're polar opposites. Like, just, I don't even know how to describe it other than you'll have to meet him, and
I'm sure
we have nothing in common. We tried to watch a movie last night. We have totally opposite tastes in absolutely all media. So every time we try to pick out something to watch, he hates TV shows, only wants to watch movies. I don't like movies. Even the movies we do want to watch, I'm like, I don't want it. That looks dumb. I don't want
See, and that's how we bonded. He was my movie friend for years. Yeah. Like, even when I was married, I would watch movies over at his house. And with his wife at the time. And we would just hang out and watch movies, and she would be in and out of the room, and we would sit, respectable amount apart with the pillow wall between us. We were fine. And then,
and then shit would get crazy.
It didn't, actually. It was respectful. And well, he was married.
And then after a while, shit got crazy.
Yeah, it did. It happened. We just, we just made out a couple times, and then he got married again. So,
as you do.
Pillow wall, respectful boundaries. But there was always that chemistry there. And so, yeah.
So, yeah, while we're on air talking, I don't know if you listened to it, but I was listening to the most recent Utah Outcast.
Amy disappeared. Where'd she go? Oh, Sarah was on Utah Outcast?
Yeah. Am I here?
You were there. You went away for a minute.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, no, Sarah was listening to Utah God damn it. Pinot Grigio. Sarah was listening to Utah Outcasts and told me that they mentioned us. So I listened to it this morning.
Oh, yeah, I didn't listen to it.
They're quitting their show. I took one for the team and listened, so you don't have to.
Thank you.
They're ending their show, and they spent a whole bunch of time talking shit about us and how they were trying to steal our thunder, essentially, by quitting their show before we quit our show.
No, they can't do that.
But the joke's on them.
We're not quitting.
Actually quitting the show.
We actually talked about it because there has been gaps between it, and we are aware that there are gaps between between things. But Amy and I, we were 200 episodes, which is this one, was going to be our last show.
Right.
We were going to have a giant drunk cast and have all of our friends on it.
And X from Utah Outcasts was in the chat.
Yeah, that's why you added him. Why'd you do that shit? Don't add people like that.
I don't know, because we were on his show, and I thought maybe you'd want to be on the drunk cast, whatever.
Anyway, but we're not actually ending it.
So yeah, no, they went ahead and announced that we were ending it.
We're not ending our show. No, we're not ending our show. We were a month every week. But we're going to go once or twice a month. We're still trying to negotiate and figure it out because it's hard to do it without Amy because I'm doing all of the work. And I really love Ocean and Aaron, but it's just not the same comedically.
Well, and I originally I was like, I can't do it anymore. Like I was just done.
No, I get it.
Too much going on in my life.
I get it.
But I'm at a point where, especially once I get stuff with the shop settled down, once I've got all my vendors in place, I'm hoping I have some extra spare time.
Every Monday or something, or every other Monday, I could totally do that.
Well, yeah. And I got to the point where I'm like, I can't do it as a side hustle anymore. I just don't have the commitment in me to do it.
No.
But I still have fun doing it. Like we have fun talking.
We have fun talking.
I can't make it part of my regular weekly routine. That's the thing. But I still want to do it. I just can't as much. So basically, I told Amy if we can do it less.
Yeah.
And not to the point where, because to make a show monetarily successful, there's a lot of fucking work that goes into it.
So the thing is we never, even at our peak, we never could.
No.
And I honestly think it's because we're women.
People hate women. So they hate our uteri.
I just don't understand it. Like we literally have been out as long as some other people. Mm-hmm. We don't have the big guest. We don't have the same thing. Like it's just, and I have to blame the vag and boobs.
Mm-hmm. Which is the right way to go. I think, part of it's just that successful
everybody that doesn't come on our show hates women. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Successful shows have formulas and they stick with them and they're boring. And we're not like that. I don't ever want to have a formula. But if you look at,
we did try. We tried different patterns with different formulas, and we were both boring. Like, we couldn't stick to it because we couldn't do that. Scripted.
Yeah, no, we have too much ADHD. We have way too much collective ADHD.
Well, you don't believe I have ADHD?
You have ADHD.
I know.
Well, no, I take that back.
See?
You might.
I do.
You do.
I do, but you don't believe me because I'm on time.
Because you're on time for things.
But that's trauma response.
But my current fella has ADHD and is also on time for everything.
See? So, I'm not only on time, I'm early because of my anxiety.
Yeah, on Saturday, we went out somewhere and we were waiting for some other people and they were late. And he was just sitting there like, I'm fucking late. I can't stand it when people are late. And I just looked at him like, how are you still dating me? Like, I'm late for everything. He just kind of looked at me like, Yep.
That's funny.
I've tried telling him, listen, the lateness thing, it's not going to get better.
No.
I can tell you I'm going to work on it. I might even try to work on it. Not going to matter. It's just who I am. Can't help it. Time blindness. Don't know. If I could fix it, I would have fixed it by now.
The thing that I'm just like, it is what it is with me. I don't even know. Probably my sleepiness.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
I get real sleepy. Like I don't sleep for like, I don't know, a week and a half on end. Mm-hmm. And then I'm real tired for like a week. Like I'm a real sleepy girl. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. And then I'm fine. And then I go to all the things for like a week. And then I pull back in because I'm an introvert. So I pull back in and then I'm real sleepy for like a week or two. And then,
Yeah, the things that'll never change about me are my lateness.
I also do a lot of drugs.
Yeah, well, that too. And the fact that I buy too many vintage jewelry pieces. Did you see this one with the green?
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I buy way too many things. I have way too many clothes. Way too many clothes.
Did you see this dress?
Yeah, I did. I've had this dress forever. I love this dress too. It's so pretty.
I had to put a whole clothing rack in my storage unit just to accommodate all my clothes because I no longer have a 5-bedroom house.
I'm in a 3-bedroom apartment.
It's a problem.
And I'm thinking about taking over my children's closet.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Putting my clothes in that because I'm really tired of my clothes being in the same place as my litter box, which is in my closet. Oh, yeah. So I think I'm going to go ahead and refuse to get a cat. Over.
I sent the cats to live with my ex.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, no.
So I have my 2 babies still because I just acquired them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I don't want to put a litter box in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's too small.
I'm thinking about getting a robot though. The robot ones.
I have one, but the robot litter box. I'm an idiot. I was thinking about the robot vacuum.
Is that good?
It's great if I ever had a clean floor. You have to clean all the shit off your floor for it to work.
Yeah.
So it hasn't seen much action yet.
See, I need a robot litter box because I don't want to scoop it.
I used to have the robot litter box.
Not worth it?
No,
Damn it.
Yeah, they get stuck and clumped up, and they're always malfunctioning and shit.
There's a Temu version. I was thinking about buying the Temu version.
Oh, I'm sure that's much better then.
So I just got, yesterday I was on Amazon and I had this teeth whitening with LED thing, and it's like $30. And I was like, oh, and then the refill things are like $20. It's whatever. And then I went on Shein because I was about to buy some, whatever on Shein. And I was scrolling through it and it was like, hey, here's this teeth whitener thing with LED lights for $3.51. So I bought it because even if it's crappy, it's only $3.
It's only $3. Oh, I'm in that same shopping. My lingerie collection is so prolific.
I have so much lingerie.
I have a separate wardrobe for
4 drawers of lingerie. Yeah,
because let me tell you, on Temu and Shein, and I know I'm part of the problem. I get it. I've accepted that I am part of the problem.
Temu and Shein. That's what I do.
But my fucking God, the amount of lingerie I am able to own.
And things get torn off you and you're like, oh yeah, all right.
You don't care. Like something rips, I paid $5 for this. Whatever. I'll get another one next week.
It's fine. It's whatever.
And I can get the same thing that I like in 15 different colors and varieties.
I have this nightgown. It's a racerback knit nightgown. It's like tank dress. I wear from home. So I have it in 4 colors. Oh, yeah. I wear that thing.
Yes, you do.
I wear that everywhere with a cardigan or a jean jacket. I'm good to go. I am dressed. It's a nightgown. It's literally a nightgown.
I started categorizing the lingerie. I bought the hangers that have multiple levels, and then I can put little chalkboard tags on top that are like top and bottom sets, bodysuits, teddies. Like you can have just
that's fantastic.
Genius. Oh yeah, because
is that in your storage unit?
Oh no, that's the lingerie doesn't go in the storage unit. No, I have a separate wardrobe that's separate from the closet that just has.
That's so smart. I need to do that.
And then I have another wardrobe with drawers. One whole drawer is just thigh highs. I have so many goddamn thigh highs.
I don't have legs. I'm basically I'm just tits and hair.
That's my one good asset, but they're always full of bruises and shit. So thigh highs are a great way to make them look fantastic and not like old lady legs.
I'm literally, for people that are trying to envision what I look like, I'm just a head with tits. That's all I am. I'm just a floating head with tits.
That's accurate. I've met you in person and that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
I'm very short. I'm under 5 foot. So I'm basically just. When people say TNA, I'm assuming they mean
that's you.
Amy's hair.
Yeah, no, I like find Amy's a certain style I like. Yeah. And then I'll go back to Temu and be like, oh fuck yeah, they've got 25 colors of that. I need all of them. Because it's perfect. I love the fit. And my current fella tells me he thinks they look just as good as like the Honey Burdette stuff or like the expensive stuff that you pay $100 for. Because here's the thing, men,
they don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know what they're looking at. If it looks halfway decent, they're happy. No idea. You don't need to spend $200 on lingerie.
I got this hot pink stuff though at Torrid at Valentine's Day. That stuff, I can wear the bralette and the panties without a bra underneath.
Ooh.
And I'm just tits. And oh my God, it looks so good. It looks so good. I wore it over and I got laid, but
that's the whole point of wearing it.
Yeah.
I got a corset for the first time. I ordered a corset
those are fun.
From Shein that I bought to wear under a dress that I'm wearing this weekend to a party. So I tried it all out and it's rocking. I can't wait. And then I had to buy 25 different pairs of thigh highs because I couldn't make my mind up. So yeah.
So when should I come to Minnesota?
Oh, you don't get to come to this party.
I'm not coming anyway.
Come for my birthday, middle of May.
Oh God, I'm busy that day. I have to wash my hair. I'm trying to decide if I want to look for a new job or stay where I'm at. Because I just got a new job, like it's in January. Because
look for a new job while you're staying where you're at.
That's what I'm doing. But I'm thinking about it. I look really good right now in this light.
You do.
I do not look this good in person. I just saying.
I have so much eye makeup on right now. I'm just saying.
Looking at myself in this light, and I'm like, good goddamn. Why?
Yeah, I'm just like. I can see my nose is getting red from the wine.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've done that before. There was one guy who, well, my fella, he was like backing away because he has all this trauma and he had to do his emotional work, blah, blah, blah. And I sent a selfie. I was like, how can you say no to this? I might have been drunk that night, but yeah.
I'm never drunk. What are you talking about?
God.
I may get drunk a little more frequently than I used to these days.
Lately, I'm not as drunk as often, actually.
I've just really discovered the joys of Riesling is the thing. And
see, I've discovered the joys of other things. So it's a problem. Not really, actually.
You mean gummy bears or nerds?
Yes,
suckers?
Actually, I did. Nerds wrecked my life on Friday. This nerd rope thing that's had
Was it a special nerd rope?
Good God. I seriously was texting my friend, am I real?
I need to
kept asking him if I was real.
I had a chocolate once that my fella had gotten from somewhere that was just like sitting in his truck forever. And finally one day I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna eat this.
Yeah.
And we each ate half of it. It was a little chocolate. And we did it before we walked into the Target. And he's like, all right, we got 10 minutes to get the fuck out of this Target because you're about to lose your mind. So we left and got back to the apartment. And, after about... Okay, quit texting me things because you can hear it in the microphone.
That's because we're unprofessional as fuck.
But no, this thing, it was not a weed chocolate. It was something else. Holy shit. I remember thinking...
Is it mushrooms?
Yeah. I remember thinking, I have peacock feathers.
I don't know. I might have said this in front of my adult child by accident that, is it psilocybin? Psilocybin is magical. Like it's literally a game changer as far as mental health goes.
Oh yeah.
And I have a lot of, we've talked about this. I have PTSD, I have anxiety, I have all this shit. And yeah, it's like, it's doing the work.
This was the first time I had tried that dose of it. And, it was great.
It's pretty damn fun.
Get more of it.
I did it with my guy one night, and it was fun.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No, everything I'm talking about, like
especially my kids. If you're watching this, I found out my kids started watching this.
My kids. So my oldest doesn't speak to me anymore because they watched my show.
Because you're a harlot.
No, but it was because of things I said about their father. But everything I said was accurate. So it's a whole thing. We're working through it, and we're working on it. And maybe his dad will stop suing me for talking about the truth. Every time I say, "Hey, guess what? Your dad raped me."
Kids don't like to hear that about their dad.
I didn't actually never said that to them. I've even told them not to listen to the show. And then I shared my rape story, and they put 2 and 2 together. And sorry, bros, your dad is your dad, and also my abuser. So that's just reality. Please don't sue me for defamation every time I say my fucking story because it's really old. It gets really old.
Yeah.
Tired of talking to your attorney and sending your attorney nudes.
Well, we should actually wrap up soon because I'm gonna go
get my hair cut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut 5 inches off. Do you see it? Sister wife long.
It is sister wife long.
It looks so good though.
It does. It'll look even. I got mine. I got like an inch taken off of mine a couple weeks ago, just so it. I'm like, I want it to quit looking like I did it.
And she's gonna put long layers in it, and she's gonna add thin it out a lot, so it's like it's not so hot. Yeah. So
it'll be adorable. All right. So anyway, moral of the story is I'm back, not as frequently.
Amie's back. Do drugs.
Do drugs. Amie's back. There you go.
That's basically the
name the show that Amie's back. Do drugs. That'll get a lot of play on YouTube.
Text that to me so I'll remember it because I have to go get my hair cut.
Okay. Amie's back. Do drugs.
All right.
Well, this was fun. I can't wait to keep doing it.
We'll have topics next time. Amie was like, me being there's enough of a topic. Fuck you, bitch.
It's me. Nobody's heard from me in forever. So
hi, it's me.
There's so much else I could have told you, but I'm not.
Your new album yet. I need to.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
thanks to all of you motherfuckers who put up with the Amieys droning on week after week. If you enjoy their delightful bitchcraft, please follow them on all of the social medias and send them all of your money on Patreon or PayPal. You can find them on these platforms by using the Google machine. It's not hard. If you want to bitch with other fans about the show, join the Secret Soup Talk Facebook group. If you want to tell Amy and Amy to fuck off personally, you can send an email to secularsouppodcast@gmail.com, although it may go unanswered. Please rate and review the show on iTunes, Facebook, and wherever else you can review things like this. It will help spread the soup gospel far and wide. And hey, text someone right now. Tell your friends. As always, we'll leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick.
Secular soup creed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking, happiness. Minestrone, beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.